Hello, people! Tony here, and welcome back to another episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. And today, we are on episode 128, part 1 of 1. And yeah, it's going to be another single part review here, and this is actually an episode of TTBurger's shockingly bad game reviews here. And boy, oh boy, do we have a bad one. Not only a bad one, but a controversial one as well. And this is the first time I ever reviewed a extreme sport game. Now, those of you who grew up with video games have played a lot of extreme sport games. Mainly a lot of you played the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, Matt Hoffman Pro BMX, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX, Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder, and Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer, and more and more and more. And there were a lot of them. A lot of them were really good, like Tony Hawk and Matt Hoffman and Dave Mirra and Sean Palmer and Kelly Slater and stuff. They were good. But there were some of them that were not very good, and like Vert Games, whatever that other one was called, I forget the name of it, but here's the case here and stuff, and just how bad it was. And there were quite a few bad ones too, like the ones based on the Olympic Games and stuff. But that's kind of off topic here. Today we're going to be looking at a game that was made by the developer combo Acclaim ZX, and they were responsible for the Dave Mirra games and Aggressive Inline and more. And we got the game right here. This is BMX XXX. This was released for the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and the Nintendo GameCube. But of course, this one here is the only version I have. Now, what is there to say about BMX XXX? It's terrible. It's a terrible game that, like, it's an extreme sports game that tries to add, like, porn and adult humor in it and stuff like that, like, and mature content and stuff to make it all, like, different and such. And, like, unfortunately this isn't the case at all, and but there's so much wrong with this game. It's not even funny. And yet, like, what do we have here? We have, like I said, an extreme sports games with adult humor in it and stuff. We got clips of strippers in it too and stuff, which according to what I heard, Acclaim Z-Axis did this hoping it would boost sales for this game, but because they used the Dave Mirra engine and stuff, and it backfired immensely. And yeah, that's a shame because I love Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX 1 and 2. And this game could have been great, but instead, like, it's just a game that's left collecting dust on your shelves and stuff, and that's basically what you do. Like, there is no story. Like I mentioned, the street sport games, there's no story. You just go around doing goals in each level, and that's basically what you do. You pick a rider. Like, I'm playing as the character Hell Kitty because, like, she's my favorite character. You can also create a character as well, but yeah. They also give you an option to put the characters in sexy outfits and stuff, but since it's the PS2 version, it is censored, which is surprising that the PS2 version is censored and the GameCube version is uncensored, so that was actually something new there. But yeah, that's basically what we do. But I've kind of been talking, I'm rambling long enough here. Let's just get back to what we should talk about here. This game was actually first called Dave Mirra's BMX XXX. But he sued Acclaim and Z-Axis because he had nothing to he wanted nothing to do with this game because it was so bad, and because, like, they used his name and stuff, and so they changed it to BMX XXX, which I'm glad they did because Dave Mirra was a good guy and he wouldn't want his name on a piece of crap game like this. He was a good guy, definitely. But let's get back on track here. The game's presentation here is really bad. This is a game that came out in like 2001, 2002. And this is the best they could do for the graphics. I mean, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out before this and looked a lot better. Hell, the original Dave Mirra looked 10 times better than this. I mean, sure, the environments look nice, they're big and stuff and have a lot of detail, but the character models and everything just look so bland and last gen. Like the way they move, they move like robots, and the mouths don't move at all and stuff, and it looks awful. It's just awful. And yet, sure, you got the live action scenes of, like, the strippers and stuff, and like the live action opening cutscene, which looks good. But a lot of extreme sport games had this, so it was understandable on why it looks like that. And like I said, and the bike models look good. It's just that the character models and stuff look awful, and like The frame rate is smooth. I mean, I did not notice any frame rate issues whatsoever, so that was good. So I'm just saying there, but like, that doesn't really save the game at all. It's one of the worst looking games for the 6th generation of gaming, and this game could have been done on the PlayStation 1. That's how the graphics look and everything. But I talked about that long enough. Now let's get into the sound. Sound is also a mixed bag. Like, the voice acting is terrible. The voice actors try to sound like they're from adult film movies like that, and they fail miserably. Some of them have like some of them have like fake accents, which you know that they're just trying too hard with the accents and everything. I mean, the music is good. It's a lot of licensed tracks, but because of YouTube's copyright policy, I could not play the music. But you got songs by Saliva, Green Day, 311, and Motley Crue, and more. And the soundtrack is great. I like the soundtrack. But that's what I mean here. And like the other sounds of the game, like you pretty much hear your bike and you jumping on stuff, and those are okay. But yeah, that's not the case though. But now let's get into the gameplay here and stuff. And I already mentioned how like this game tries way too hard to be M-rated and like adult, and try to be like with adult humor content and stuff. Which I already mentioned that, but let's just forget about that fact for a moment and treat and act like this is just a regular extreme sport BMX game. How does it fare as a BMX game? Not very good. Not very good. It's like the game has like no challenge whatsoever. It's like it's super easy to land tricks and such, and like with like games like Tony Hawk and Matt Hoffman and Dave Mirra, they were challenging. You had to think on your feet and like decide how you're going to do this without falling. But here it just like it automatically sets you up when you press a button or something, like you want to grind someone to a trick. It automatically kind of sets you up and where you land perfectly for the most part. Other times you won't land perfectly at all, but for the most part, it's pretty much a cakewalk and hold your hand. The goals and stuff like that are just pretty ridiculous. Like you have this German hot dog guy who's going on about like how he wants his hot wieners to like dominate the world and the town. He wants to take out the peanut vendors who do on their hot salty nutsack and stuff. And I know Jeff Gertzman mentioned this in his review on GameSpot, so I was give it credit there. And of course, like they tried. It's like the thing here. It's like it's just so dumb. Like how like these goals stuff. Like how you gotta like take out hot dog guys like that. Like to get a hot dog or visit some guy and take out the peanut vendor stuff. I mean, like they're easy, but like they're kind of a waste of time. Like why are these type of goals in an extreme sports game? I'll never know. And like. And like I said, like most of the time you spend time collecting coins and cans and stuff, and like hitting switches to like and stuff. I mean, you only have to play the first level to see everything. It's like after the first level, you're pretty much going to want to be done. I mean, you're not. It's not going to be much here to like to offer you because you're just going to want to just like call quits and go play something else, like Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX 2 for the PS2, or Matt Hoffman Pro BMX 2, or Twice Pro Stairs 3, or Twice Pro Stairs 4. And Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder, Kessler's Pro Surfer, or SSX or so, or Sledstorm, or Cool Borders, or any of those games are better than this. I mean, does this look fun to you? I mean, this isn't even really M-rated here. It's not really that much adult content here or anything to make it even worth the M rating here. It's like, oh, they got tops, they got like bikini tops and stuff. Oh, they got like strippers, which are cinching the story version and stuff, but like. You can, like, those of you who like that type of stuff, you can go, like, play Dare Live Extreme Beach Volleyball, or go play, like, Rumble Roses, which I know came out afterwards, but still. Or go play Center and Congress for all that's worth and stuff. I mean, that's basically what it is. And yet, I also play Aggressive Inline, which was an inline skater, which was a spin-off to Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX as well. Those were great, but this game is not. And I can't really say anything about the multiplayer or the online play because I don't have anyone to play with, and I don't really play online. But still, this game is just boring. It's a snooze fest. I mean, it's got good music and stuff, and like it's got good looking environments, but there's not really much there aside from that. It's just basically a shallow package that tries to be two things at one time. And yeah, I mean, as quote Jeff Gertzman, you're left with a game that's really a mess and should be avoided altogether. And that's basically what it is. So credit goes to you, Jeff Gershman, because I liked your review on when you were on Get GameSpot for BMX XXX. You did a great job with this, so credit goes to you. And this review is kind of a shout out to that, but still, that's just me. But aside from that, there wasn't much else to say. If I kept going on and on, I'd be rambling and repeating myself over and over. So the bottom line is, don't play this game. This whole thing was just made as a marketing ploy to boost sales and stuff, thinking more people would buy it, and this backfired on them immensely because around this time, Acclaim and Z-Axis went bankrupt. So this was basically didn't help them at all. I mean, especially when they tried to put Dave Mirra's name on it too. But still, that's just the thing. But yeah, just don't even bother with this game. I mean, like, unless you're one of those hardcore extreme sports people, several or people who like the double entendre, like M-rated games like that. There's plenty of other things out there. So my final thoughts here are: avoid this game. Play other extreme sports games like the ones I mentioned, and just don't even bother this. It's not worth it in the end. It's not worth it because it's just a waste of money and time. The score I'll be giving this is, what's the best score I can give it? A 2 out of 10. It's the best score I can give it because it's got good environments and good music, but that's basically it. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Those of you who are new here or like the video, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and join my Discord group, TTBurger, because I'm always looking for more people to join, and just feel free to check out the other videos on here as well. What will the next review be? You'll have to find out and see. You'll have to find out, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace out and have a great day, and see you all in the next episode.